Hi, welcome to today's aftermarket analysis journal. Getting into the day, we were bullish, obviously, as if you've seen yesterday's video, we were reaching towards all-time highs, and in yesterday's trade, my take profit was all-time highs, and we were a few points away. So I just had to cut it off a little early. But yeah, aftermarket session, like I said in yesterday's video, we'd probably end up hitting it. Either after the closing bell or aftermarket session, which it was aftermarket session. We ended up hitting all-time highs. So coming into the morning, we did have 8:30 news. I think it was unemployment, but I could be wrong. Okay, unemployment claims, yep. And then we left data highs. We came down, and now coming into the opening bell, I saw that we were respecting this 15 minute, ended up coming up, and then we came back down. Again, respecting the 15 minute. Saw an SMT forming here. This is when I wanted to look for longs, especially because then we left this 1 minute fair value gap, which was the highest time frame. As you can see, if I go on the 2 minute, there's nothing there. So yeah, 1 minute was the highest time frame. So yeah, once we got the SMT, the respecting of the 15 minute, and then I saw that we had a potential inverse here. I knew this is where I was going to want to take my entry. Ended up closing, we ended up closing above the fair value gap, inversing it, and then this is where I had taken my entry. Now coming into the morning, I just knew that this was I wouldn't say an A plus trade, even though in any other scenario this would be an A plus trade. But just because of the fact that we were near all time highs, again, like re trying to go to all time highs, and just around all time highs, we don't have enough structure. Everything's a little, everything has to be downsized in a way. So I only went in one contract with this and knew that this was a little bit low probability in a sense. Originally, I had my stop here. I was thinking about having this, but I knew I did not want to risk that much just because it wasn't worth it. I'd rather have been stopped out early. So then I ended up moving my stop below this low, which was a lot more comfortable risk to reward even, and then also just a more comfortable loss. And then yeah, ended up coming to this internal high. This is where I knew I was going to put my stops to break even. And then just more confluences, we were respecting. I think this was this happens. I think this was a 3 minute or 5 minute. 3 minute, 5 minute, whatever. We were respecting it. We were respecting the 1 minute as well. And then now once we did come right here, that we had an SMT form. I was watching this to make sure that we were not gonna respect it, which we didn't. And then I did have my original take profit here, but just because of the difference, I said, I'm gonna just move that to all-time highs. This was like when price was still down here. But I also was gonna see, depending on how it reacted to data highs. But then we did wick down, but we were like perfectly respecting this 1 minute fair value gap, had a 1 minute SMT. So as long as we didn't have a close below, we had a close below with some displacement down. I would have taken it off early, but we didn't. We kept respecting it, and then ended up hitting take profit at all-time highs. I wasn't gonna look at anything else after that. That was a 34, about 35 point trade. So I wasn't gonna look at anything, like I already said, in the morning after that. And then coming into PM session, I decided I would look because I wanted to see if there was a possible setup to take on my live account. I haven't traded my live account in a while. And now that we kind of had created a little bit of structure, price action started to look a little cleaner. I figured I could take a possible trade on my live account, more like a scalp model though, in a way, because you'll see right here. But basically, we ended up tapping down into this 15 minute again. We had left 4 sets of equal lows, or after we came back up, and then we had this internal swing low. Basically, what I wanted to see us do is soup these lows, taking out the equal low, and then soup this internal low. And once we did that, we also ended up creating SMT. I said, okay, this is going to be a perfect long opportunity. We had this 1 minute that was the highest fair value gap we had in the leg, and we ended up coming up on this candle, not closing above the fair value gap yet until this candle. But then by that point, it was too late because I wanted to have a close right around here. That's where my entry would have been. And then as soon as we broke above here, I would have put stops at break even. And then now originally I was targeting this high, but on live account it's a little different, especially because like I said, I knew this was like a 15-minute that we were tapping into. So I knew the probability of us, just going through and breaking through it to these highs was not that high. So I probably would have taken off three contract because this is micros that I'm trading. I probably would have taken off three in the equilibrium. Sorry, give me 1 second. I probably would have taken off three around the equilibrium of this range, but that is kind of hindsight because who knows within that. I don't know for sure within that. That's just a probability, just because of the fact. I wouldn't say like as soon as we hit it, but as soon as I started seeing momentum down, I probably would have taken off just to capture like around $100, which I would have been happy with on my live account. And again, when I say live account, this is like live funds. This isn't an express funded. Obviously, express funded would be a little different. But on my live account, I've grown it a decent amount, and it's just by trying to really stay consistent and take like shorter profit. So it basically would have been a 1-to-1 in the sense. I don't know if my risk would have been that high. I'd say a little bit right below this fair value gap right here. But yeah, that's basically it for today. Oh, and then yeah, sorry, but if I didn't take anything, we would have just got stopped out at break even. So, but yeah, now that's basically it for today. After that, I didn't really care. We were coming into around 3 o'clock, and I don't really care to look at anything after that. So yeah, that's pretty much it for today though. But we are green on the week. So far we had a good day yesterday and a good day today. So hopefully we can end it on a good day for Friday. And yeah, hopefully I can see you guys with a good outcome tomorrow.